Alright, is stream up? I think the stream might be up. Is anyone in? Nobody is in. I'm alone. Rip. Alright, let me see. I'm running a little bit of a simulation on the side here. That's fine. Oh, I probably didn't mention there was stream up. Maybe I should do that. Be right back. Alright, anyways. So, it's been a long time coming, but our map is finally in a releasable state. And certainly it has moved itself a lot since I originally looked at it, which it was kind of in a joking state. The one that's been released though, it's a little bit different than what you're seeing right here because you're only supposed to be able to play with the 4 players here and not the below ones. But since I'm still testing and trying to refine this map to work exactly the way I want it to be, a lot of things need to be tested. A lot of simulations need to be run through. Unfortunately, in the release state, the 200% is absolutely not playable right now. In fact, I just who's watching this intro? The YouTube guys, okay? There are people on YouTube, believe it or not. There's not many. Anyways, I just saw a really game-breaking exploit. Well, not exploit, but thing for 200. Where some heroes that were supposed to get out in the 3rd month actually end up being released. Or rather having the potential to be released like a week into the map. They might not be because Teal has too many heroes to actually get them out, but still, they're gonna get up really quickly. And it's just because I moved around some borders with some of the things to make it more smoothly, but again, yeah. A lot of things, huge impacts. But yeah, we'll fix that. I might just update it soon, within this week. I'm already starting to have an idea on how I'm going to make the impossible workable, but yeah, it's a lot of work. It really is a lot of work. Anyways, so people might have seen this map before. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. But 4 different factions you can play. The game is adjusted by whatever difficulty you play here. So if you're not so good player, you can play on easy. You can also play between these things. So like you play on either like 80 or like 130 or 160 and 200. You can technically play on this and go for different ones, but officially there's only the 4 difficulties here based on the resources that you start with, which will be showcased. Every faction will have like different perks to them. Some of the lore of this map is still questionable. Maybe we'll fix it one day. Who knows? But actually, I didn't show it. But it says in game. Yeah. So every faction's gonna have some different perks to them. So one of them is like, well, you have a different faction, different units. But a lot of them are going to have like similar unit combinations throughout the thing. So it's not just that, oh, you play Rampart, so now you're only playing like primarily Rampart. That's not the kind of map we're doing. But there are special perks that only come from the starting faction. So Tan will be able to get more treasury. The dungeon will get a mana vortex extra, really big things that can be like huge impact throughout either the beginning or mid-later stages. Especially treasury is like really big. The Inferno will get more devil production, and they'll also get some more spell power. I'm not really sure about the spell power, but I just thought that Inferno needed some more. Fortress will just generally get more on this map. I've put in a lot of effort to make the different towns like reasonably balanced. So not all the towns will have the same stuff on them. A lot of them will have city halls because this map requires a shitload of gold. But they won't all have the same amount of stuff built. Although Rampart and Dungeon's a little bit similar in terms of construction. But if we go to Inferno on this one, then they'll actually start with a capital, and they'll also have Ifrits on their starting town. Plus, 1 or 2 of the other side towns also have Ifrits on them. So they just economically are really strong to go with. They'll have like just really easy access to the devils, which is just really good on a map where momentum and goal is of huge importance. And they have a inaccessible devil dwelling that nobody else can get to, and this is the same with green. So they will basically just get a +1 to all of their towns, which will be a lot. Also, each week there'll be a little bit of faction boost to this town, so they'll actually get like 5 more devils per week, which will amount to quite a bit in the long terms. It's a good faction to begin with. They're all like viable in their own ways. There's not really this like one faction that doesn't work. Although it can obviously be argued that some perks might be a little bit better than the others. It's up for the player to like figure out which like faction they wanna prioritize. And it's a little bit of the same with Fortress. Fortress again starts with their Vyrants, so they economically and build-wise are just ahead. Like Rampart and Dungeon will need a lot of resources to be able to get out their 7 tiers. That's gonna be a little bit of a rougher start for them, but I mean still viable. Having a treasury really adds up to a lot, and the extra mana vortex is also incredibly good. But yeah, I'm not gonna spoil too much about this map. I just want to go over this a little bit as we present it. Hopefully we can get some more people to play it, because I need some more playtesters to finalize this. Because as a certain LC has said to me on numerous occasions, is that the map is never perfect when it's released. It will be in time. But yeah. So Fortress has extra Vivens and Gorgons, which is going to be a huge quantity. Also, every faction has some additional unit boosters from here. Although Tan will get some extra Dendroids, which is not that great of a unit. But still, potentially, for some things that I'm not going to reveal. You get more feats with the Inferno, but especially with Fortress, because they actually get like a Gorgon. You get a +2 to your Gorgon right off the get-go. That means you're going to get a significant amount more Gorgons just for having the castles in the first weeks, but also just like throughout the entire map. You're gonna get so much more Gorgons, and it's a really strong unit. It's a unit that you're not gonna get thousands of, but you are going to get enough that versus, certain units, it's really fucking good. And depending on what faction you're going to use and how quickly you gain access to them, it may in fact be like borderline not so great of a unit, just because you don't have the right quantity of them. However, playing with Fortress, this is absolutely going to be a game-breaking unit that's going to help you throughout the entire game, just because of the sheer quantity you're going to get with them. But yeah, every faction has perks in their own way.
Disobedience, huh?
Shh.
That's a mistake.
Hey! Shh! I'm talking! We're trying to do stuff. Oh, am I playing on easy right now? Alright, let's just try and just showcase a little bit of the map. So, this gate right here is for the AI. But you'll notice that it's not really anything stopping you from going through this. The AI will also gain access to a Pandora's box, which is going to make all the other AI players exceptionally difficult. But that's not it. It's not just that the starting hero is going to be significantly stronger. Everything else is going to be stronger due to the design of this map. You can actually, if you want to, not go into this portal and get the rogue to join you, which is actually like a 5th in-game difficulty you can play. There are 5 different ways this map can be played. Although, maybe only 4 right now, because the 200 doesn't actually work. Again, something I need to do. If you go this route through the rogue, probably don't want to play it on very high difficulty. In fact, if you go through the disobedience route of not going through the trials, you're gonna have a really bad time. Because this route might actually be even more difficult than the 200. And I don't necessarily know if I'm gonna explain how that works. But
Disobedience, huh? That's a mistake.
Yeah, it is absolutely a mistake. You want to go through this portal because you're told that in the very beginning through some convoluted message. But yeah, we are gonna go into a trial by combat. Does it actually pop up images? I didn't even notice it did that. Nice. Anyways, so yeah, trial by combat. Nothing too particular. Here's some more explanation for the stuff. Your starting hero will be giving some spells. In fact, most heroes will be given a lot of spells to work with. But this it doesn't matter because you don't have the skill. And we're just gonna get like a lot of momentum going. Did I do this correctly? I'm not even sure if I did that correctly. I might have done it. Anyways, so everything works through the starting resources. So depending on what we went with, like now we have a ton of resources. We can go through this. I don't actually think we have enough. No, you can't do that. However, if you go through here, you're playing the map on easy mode, and it is exceptionally easy. You'll get so much resources. Oh god, I actually forgot how much XP you get. Oh god! Well, I guess I'm showcasing this, but yeah. This is absolutely easy mode if you go through this. You'll get a huge starting army. Oh, did you have to wait for this? Oh, I think I just noticed another mistake. There used to be one where I could open it up here. But I think I was changing it because some of the other areas. This doesn't actually matter though. This actually doesn't matter. It's just still an easy mode. On easy, the AI is insanely stupid. They'll run through the portal, so you can actually just kill them off like nothing. Anyways, we'll go through here. We can just kill off this guy who otherwise be like a threat to us. And we will gain access to a different hero who has 40 to all the stats. Who has Town Ball, who has Clone, who has insane stuff. And yeah. And I think she's Skullus as well, so we just teach ourselves some Town Portal for Arlek as well. Do I really need to explain that this is absolutely the easy mode? And again, the AI's best hero will just run into here. I think we're missing one. I don't know if one of them killed... Oh, no, she's right there. So if you're playing on easy, you can kill off all of the 3 AI's main heroes. They'll still be alive, but they'll just be like, yeah, so much weaker than anything. You'll just have a huge army to mess around. I am curious if someone might still be able to lose on easy. I feel like it's possible, because if you waste too much time, you might still actually get behind on this. But easy is absolutely made to just be stupidly easy. But anyways, we're gonna try out the hard one right here. King Arlek. True. Bum 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 bum. And we're just creating some momentum. So yeah, based on resources. So now we have 15k, so that's what we were going to be able to do. If we wanted to, we could actually go open up this one and have a little bit more. But the only... I don't know if this mechanic that I've chosen is necessarily that great. Because someone could technically go for the hard route on 130. But then again, you're still only beating the game on 130, so fuck you. You're gonna get a less score. But yeah, this is just kind of how we designed it. I could probably have designed it on some other mechanics, but I wanted the difficulty curve to be based on this, because it also changes how the AI behaves, which plays in a lot on how this map works. If you're playing on Impossible, then this is the only route that's open to you, because you literally have no resources. Bum, 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 bum. Spoilers! It's not really a spoiler. This is just an introduction to the map. And there's a lot of factors of time throughout all of this. On easy, you get like all the time in the world and speed. On normal, you also get quite a bit of stuff. You'll get the boosted speeds instead of the gloves, which only give like 200 movement. Not only that, but I've set up this oasis here for the player to get even more momentum, which isn't a lot, but it's still enough that you're going to like save half a turn going through the trials here. And speed is a very, very relevant thing on this map. The unit that we kill between all of these borders are going to be the opening gates to everywhere we're gonna go on the map. This is entirely ripped off, or rather inspired by The Last Crusade, which I draw a lot of inspiration from. And also, well, there's a lot of things on this map. There's a lot of inspiration from this. And glad you didn't remove to take the Pandora computers to. What do you mean you're glad? Well, you can take it. Are you actually who is that? I gotta. Are you May? I don't know. I don't recognize that username. Anyways, that's beside the point. Oh, I think I just set this one here. Okay, this is definitely spoilers, but that's fine. I was just running a simulation, and I need to check, because I noticed a weird thing that I don't know I've not noticed it before. It might have been because of the impossible. I just need to check to see if there's so many ways the AI can break your map if you just make a single mistake somewhere sometimes. It's absurd. Come on. You're ruining my intro! But I really need to stop it right now because I want to see where the AI is at. Alright. Alright, let's see. So we're back here. So easy can go where the fuck it wants. Normal, you go through here. Hard, you go through here. And you'll notice these brown gates here are affecting factors of the map. There's going to be a lot of things on this map that will be affected by that. Let's see. So, the brown gate will open up a lot of things on the map. So there'll be a gate right here for an additional hero. Purple right here, Vokiel, is going to be the keymaster of all the difficulties. So, this might be a little bit of spoiler, but who gives a fuck. So, he will affect Sauron here, who is going to affect a lot of things throughout the entire map. So, purple is connected. So, I will have another keymaster here, purple, who's going to open up this gate for orange, who is going to then open up this gate for Gylif Ford to go into different paths and open up different pathways for things to progress differently on the map. Also, yeah, even here there's like a brown border, so there is a lot of little bits and pieces that tie like every movement on the map together. The difference on Impossible is not actually the brown border, but this is just tying together with all the other things. But it's actually the Gorgon, which is going to affect the opening of this gate, which means the purple is going to gain access to dark blue, which is going to access even more things to work differently on this map. There's a lot of convoluted nonsense on this map, which nobody should really care too much, but this is just the basics of the mechanics of how this works right now. But yeah. A lot of things can go differently on this map. Not just whether or not you get a stat boost. There are like small stat boosts and there's like momentum boosts on how quick you can get to stuff and whatnot. But there's also like all the small things that affect whether or not they get Pandora's boxes that are going to be huge factors on the difficulty on this map. A lot of small... These are just some trials for the player to try and I don't know, just to test the player. Because like if you can't win over this, it's like you probably won't win over the rest of the map. I'm just saying. Just a little bit of funsies. And I'm not gonna demonstrate these battles right now. That's for the player to figure out. So one thing to note again with the rogue start is that if you went this way, then all of the XP, all of the artifacts and spells, you wouldn't be able to get to Pyre. So there's just a lot of things that go wrong if you take that path. You shouldn't disobey the narrator. The narrator tells you to do something, and if you choose not to do it, you're gonna have the worst playthrough of this map. But it is doable! I'm gonna say it is doable, but you're gonna hate life. Also, this is the first and probably last time you're ever gonna see Titans on this map, because this is a melee map. Also, there's some resources here that you'd get, you wouldn't otherwise get. Even more momentum. Mm. Bum 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 bum. On the impossible route, the purple guy will chase you a little bit because you have to hide in a sanctuary. It's not really that relevant right now. On normal, and I believe also hard, it's possible to go kill the Asurdangs to pick up some chests. But the question is, do you have time for that? It's a trap. Actually, on normal, you probably do have time to pick it up. On hard, I wouldn't suggest you do that. But yeah, those are options. Here's a meme that we're not gonna talk about right now, but I know Elsie's gonna love it. Here's some little boosters again. So, we're playing on the normal route, which means we get some Naga Queens. And we also get Town Portal, which we would get really, well, we would get it much later on the map. One of the reasons why I put Town Portal here is because my playtester Senny actually complained about momentum a lot. And so I thought, you know what, giving Town Portal is going to help the player get started on this map a little bit quicker. And make them push towards the middle a lot quicker, I think. This is the only reason why it's there. Originally it wasn't there, but I just wanted to just help the normal player. You don't get that on hard. On hard, it kind of plays the way I wanted it to play. On normal, you get much more freebies. But yeah. You can, if you, well, want, just go through these and get some free level ups. You can also pay for them if you want, but yeah, they're just kind of there. You could also go down if you want to. Depending on what difficulty you play, this castle right here may be takeable. And I say may, because, well, I'm not going to tell you when or how this castle might be doable. Although on normal, you can probably imagine that this castle is probably doable. As you have 25 Naga Queens. But yeah, people will figure this out on their own. If they do get that, then they will gain access to a pretty sweet Grail town. Although the purple dude is going to come around pretty soon and take it. But still, if you can get this, this will provide the player with a lot of gold, which you'll need. Because everything on this map is insanely expensive. Which portal am I going out on? Let's see. You're gonna need so much gold for this map. It's absurd. The player will very easily... let's see, what do we have? Wait. Wait, did I not pick it up? Oh, wait, no, I have a red. I'm fucking stupid. No, that doesn't matter. If you're playing normal, once you get this castle, you could have just, like, town portal back, and that would save you a lot of time. Playing hard, you kind of have to go through this, which again slows you down. Kind of part of the whole thing. Killing the trolls, I don't know if anyone saw that, would open up this gate, so you can get out with a lot of heroes. This is especially important if you're playing on hard, because your starting hero will not be out of this on the first turn. This is something that only happens on easy and normal. On hard, you'll probably be around here. I can't remember exactly where you land. You may just be able to get this castle while you're here. We could check that if we want to, but it doesn't really matter. But yeah, you will be able to get these prisons, which the AI also gets, and you may think like, okay, there's just a lot of random fucking prisons, like what the hell is all this about? Well, I'll tell you, it's to boost up the AI. It will also help the player, obviously, because more heroes means you can take on more stuff. But yeah, they can do stuff. There's a lot of random stuff. A lot of it is absolutely takeable, including the castles. And so before Pi is even out here, you will be able to send a bunch of heroes out to do a lot of small things to min-max with. And yeah, a lot of stuff will happen. Let's see. So the AI is not out yet, which is fine. We'll just keep going. I'm not gonna showcase me doing everything because fuck that. I'm gonna show you how the battle's supposed to be done. Vokel is not out yet, which, yeah, it just kind of is what it is. Should I open that thing? No, I'm probably just gonna do the other thing. But yeah, castle stuff, optimization with movement if you want to. Boom, boom, boom. Rokiel coming out, getting boosted. So you get a challenge here to defeat Spicy Boys in 10 days. If you get the CSR, you'll probably also notice exactly where Spicy Boy is. Should we look at that? There's a little bit of a stupid amount of CS here, but I did want the player to have a reasonable overview of the playing field. Either that or I have to just do a lot of trial and error, but yeah. Jacob had put in a lot of efforts to make this map look presentable. And it's been a hard task because the model in which I built this map was pretty fucking shitty. But yeah. Oh, I actually showed that? I forgot I put that there. Oh yeah. This is where we're going. This is potentially the last guy on the map, depending on your difficulty. But yeah. Oh, yeah, we definitely die here. Let me see. Should I just do some things? Yeah, and if you're going for the rogue difficulty, you wouldn't have that statue. So you would have to pay a fee to leave your starting area, which means you're going to be slowed down significantly. It's really going to suck for the player. But you absolutely want to push towards the middle as quickly as you can, while still taking advantage of some of the stuff that's around, because there's a lot of good stuff to get. Blah blah blah. Let's see. How much more do I really want to present to the map? I don't want to show too much. I just want to show the mechanics a little bit. Just a general overview for people who may like that or not. Anyways, let's see. I'll just go with max speed. But yeah, just getting started. In the beginning, like, you can kind of choose to go and prioritize things a lot, but the map is absolutely pushing the player to get to the middle pretty quickly, which is why I've set some deadlines for some prisons. So you want to go and kill off Spicy Boy really quickly. I actually don't think I have an army that can kill that right now, which would be unfortunate. So if we go here to him right now, we will we'll die. That is what will happen. But we have to kill that guy, and you have to kill him pretty quickly. I think I said on the second or the third turn you have like 10 days to kill him. Probably want to kill him sooner than that, but that's like kind of. I want to say it's the only thing you have to do, but that's not entirely true. I actually don't even think this is enough. There's a trick to killing him, obviously. You don't just need a big army. But he's a little bit more silly than he's anything else. Alright. Yeah, and don't think that bringing in Spicy Boys is going to just like, oh, I'm immune to the Armageddon. It's like, no, he has Chain Lightning. Get fucked. But yeah, this is kind of where the map is pushing you, because in my initial testings of this map, I kind of felt like with Senny, when he was playing it, he didn't really feel that much of an urge to push to the middle as quickly, and that just completely fucks over the player if they don't do it. So I have to put in like measures to really push the player to go there, because if you're just spending time in if the player chooses to just spend time going around collecting stuff, being here in like a week or two, at that point you pretty much lose the map. Like, I'm not even joking. If you're not leading to the middle as quickly as possible, you're almost indefinitely going to die on this map. The exception would be the easy difficulty, and perhaps even a normal difficulty. But I think on a normal difficulty, you're gonna have so much momentum that you should be leading relatively quickly. But yeah, it was very necessary to push the play to go to the middle. At this point, like, there's a lot of options. I don't think there's just one way to do it, but there's definitely things that are better and things that are worse. Player will get a bunch of XP for Pyre, It's gonna be like a relatively good hero. And you're gonna get a bunch of resources. The resources you need to get 2 of your main heroes on this map. I mean, rather, one of them. One of them is going to be Lord Cabal, which is a sorcery specialist, and he is an absolute monster, although he doesn't start out that way, but he will be very quickly. Ton of mana, really, really strong. You don't, however, have enough resources to get both of them out immediately. However, there's a lot of gold mines, there's a lot of Cyclops stockpiles, so you can be able to get the resources to get out your second general, or main hero, in relative time frame. Let's see. Wait, I could probably just put in the code and fine. It's fine. You know what? Let's see. Let's see. Passwords. Let's go for that. I don't want to have to go through, because I need the gold for it as well, which would kind of be stupid. I don't need to do that for the illustration. But yeah, anyways, player can choose whichever way they go, whether or not they choose to be aggressive and try and push the AI players as quickly as they can. They're not out yet, but they will be out and about really, really quickly on this map. I can showcase that a little bit soon. Anyways, 2 generals. Yeah, let's just delete another one here. Doesn't even want to throw a bone to the players. What? What bone? You already said a lot. 30 minutes into... Well, listen. It's fine. Showing the entire map is quite a spoiler. It's not. It's not. Now, you will not have any clue about what anything means just by looking at that. Then again, if you don't want spoilers for this map, maybe you shouldn't like watch the whole video. You just maybe look for the video like 2 minutes and be like, oh, maybe this is a map I want to do. Like, obviously, I'm going a little bit into depth to just people to... I don't know. I just want to showcase it a little bit, okay? Is it that bad I want to showcase it? Apparently it is. But yeah, your 2 main heroes. One's going to be a offense specialist. It's going to be Groomish. And she is really, really powerful, but not that much magically inclined. And depending on the difficulty, Groomish is going to be a little bit rougher to get started on than anything else. So there's a Pandora's box right here, which is going to only be open if you play on easy or normal. And this is really, really big. There was a lot of other factors to it, where like the momentum, the extra stats, the extra resources, the extra Naga greens. But this right here is really like going to be a big determination on the normal between hard. Because this box right here will give you a ton of stats. A ton of stats. And this will scale well into the late game. Because you will not max out on stats immediately. So you'll get extra resources, you'll get more XP. This is just going to make it so that you can start doing stuff really, really quickly. So all of a sudden, Groomish, just really, really competent. Really strong. And decent, like, mana as well, which is going to be a factor that she's going to struggle with a lot. And it's the same with Lord Cabal, who's going to get this. It's not going to get as much attack and defense, but still a little bit, and a lot of spell power. Extra Nixes. So already on the normal, you have more momentum. You will be at the middle quicker. You'll have more resources. Pyre will be stronger. You'll have like an extra boost of speed. All the stats, more units, just more of everything. When you play on hard, you don't get this. And holy crap, you're gonna need to know what you're doing. And you're probably gonna have to restart the map. Maybe, depending on how good of a player you are, and depending on how good observations you make. Obviously, when we play challenge maps, there's going to be a lot of reloading. And as long as you're playing really optimized, you can absolutely do 160 in one go. But you may be in situations where you're gonna like look to see what happens on the map and reload a bunch. Because there's just a lot of things that can go wrong. There's a lot of things that happen, and you will not have a lot of time to think. It's like you'll be fighting one hero, and there's gonna be heroes coming out of portals, out of prisons, and the AI will always grow stronger. That's probably one of the really really absurd things with this map is they never stop growing. And it's not just because, oh, there's like strong people coming out of prisons. It's just they will get more stats. They'll get bigger forces continuously. It's a fun map for some people. Mm. Okay, what else did we want to show? There's some boys here. I don't want to show much more. I kind of just wanted to show this. I think I'm just going to showcase those moving out. One of the things that can be really problematic with when you have 8-player maps is that the AI will cap out on heroes really easily. I think that can only be like, depending on the difficulties, like in the late 20s or like, I don't. It's not a lot of heroes. Like if you get up to 30 heroes, the AI will just stop buying heroes altogether, which is why I disable taverns a lot. Oh shit, this is maybe a little bit of a spoiler because we have the map. That's fine. I mean, a lot of things are spoiler. It's fine. A lot of things are happening. Dun. Did I just notice something I wasn't supposed to notice? Oh no, this is fine. Actually, it's not. I think I just noticed an error. Interesting. Need to look up that again. Alright, that's fine. Let's just take that off for a second. But yeah, Alec gets a boost. Let's see, do I have vision for that so far? Alec is pretty strong, and he's going to continue to grow. There are events scattered around the map where the AI is going to step on them, and they're going to get XP, and they're going to get stats continuously, everywhere. So these here may not seem that intimidating right now, but in a week, they're going to be having a lot more. A lot more. Should I show more? Or is this just fine? I feel like this is probably fine for a little bit of an intro. But yeah. AI may... Not may. They will scatter and they'll all be a challenge. They'll have armies everywhere. The AI players are pretty tough on this map and they can absolutely destroy a player. They'll have really strong spells, although that doesn't look that intimidating right now. But they have Implosion, they have Chain Lightning. I think some of them might even have Clone. Can't remember. No, I don't think these have Clone. Really strong spells. So even if you're not fighting against Jim, who is like an absolute monster, these guys will very easily get close to 20 or 30s in all stats. So even the side heroes are going to just be really, really tough. Some of them are going to gather pretty big forces, and yeah, if you can cut off the supplies to their main heroes, that's going to be a good thing. But at the same time, even like their side heroes are a really big threat, and they're extra prisons just to keep things fresh, so to speak. I don't think I should show much more. I feel like we've already shown just a plentiful the basics of how this works. Hopefully I can get some more people playing this map soon. I know Elsie's gonna play it, and the Wolfen Shrine, although he's a little bit busy with some other speedrunnings, but we'll get to it later. I remember putting Stillings there? You don't? Well, I did. I put the dwellings there for reasons. I know you wouldn't like it. The thing is, we used to have the centaurs scattered on the map, but me and Senny agreed that that was really, really dumb, because the player's never going to spend time to collect scattered centaurs or troglodytes. To keeping them in one place, at least they can use that a little bit more effective. It may look like shit, but listen, it has to be practical, okay? Because you don't have endless amount of movement. But yeah, anyways, let's get back to playing the Elemental Land. This is just a little teaser. Alien, please? Why do we have a pyramid of alien, please? I don't know. You're right, you don't like it? Well, listen, you had a chance to see it, and you didn't see. You didn't make any complaints, so you can't complain about the complaints you didn't make. Anyways, let's get back to the other meme map. That was a long intro. Oh, listen, guys, I have a little bit of an intro to a map. Talks about it in 30 fucking minutes. I probably didn't even cover half of the things I wanted to cover, but listen, it's all good. Be right back! And I clicked the wrong button.